Hi, I'm Todd Tyson on behalf of TMT Integrity Flooring. I'd like to welcome you to our oiled wood floor maintenance series. We're going to show you how to care for your oiled wood floor. So, first things that are critical in terms of vacuuming is having the right components. You need to have a hardwood floor attachment, something with a soft bristle brush, non-abrasive, an applicator with a felt pad that, again, soft contact with the floor, no metal dragging. The beater brushes we use on our traditional vacuums to clean our rugs are not a good idea. So with that, the first step we'll be doing is vacuuming. Alright, the next step after the vacuuming is done is the mixer solution. We've got two products that you as a homeowner will have purchased after we've oiled your floor. There's a natural soap, which is a general cleaner, and that can be used as often as needed when the floor is dirty. The other one is an oil refresher, and that's what we'll be doing today on this floor. And that is done 2 to 4 times a year, depending on your usage and traffic. So this stuff, both of these cleaners have oils in them and add a layer of protection to the floor as well as nutrient. Did I stutter? What's the word? That's right. So today we're going to be using oil fresher. We're going to make up our solution here. The oils in these products tend to settle, so you want to shake them up. Well, that's true for the oil refresher. And I have 2 buckets, and one I've got marked with blue tape on the handle, the other one is unmarked, and that will be the bucket with the solution. Here, and with the oil refresher, my goal, if once I've done a floor and I know how much solution I've used, that's all I want to make when I mix it. So the directions on my website will start with a 2-gallon mixture. I don't have any floors big enough to do 2 gallons. Typically 500 square feet, you could probably get by with a ½ gallon or less. So the idea would be to take the ratio of mixture that they're recommending and do the math and divide that out to whatever it is you end up needing to use. So here I'm going to mix up a ½ gallon of solution, and the ratio for the natural soap is 6.4 ounces for 2 gallons, so that'd be 3.2 ounces for 1 gallon. The oil refresher that we'll be doing today is 12.8, so we'll be doing 6.4 per gallon. I'll cut that in half. I'll do 3.2 ounces on this mixture for just a ½ gallon. So I've got my measuring cup that measures in ounces. Makes it a little easier. I'll add lukewarm water. I know on my bucket where my line is in terms of gallons and content, so if you can figure that out with the buckets you'll be using, then you can make your ratio appropriately. I'm just adding lukewarm water. The other bucket is just going to be plain clean water. Now let's talk a little bit about the mop. The mop that comes with your floor purchase, I don't think there is any substitute. I've tried others and they don't last. These mops go quite a ways. It's a twist mop, which allows you to wring out the water and control how much moisture you're leaving in the mop. Okay, so we've got our mixture. We're going to start over here in the dining room. So I'll rinse the mop out real well in the plain water. And one of the key concerns with hardwood floors is you never want to wet mop a hardwood floor. You want to just damp mop it. So I've squeezed all the excess water out, and I can let that twist mop just fall into the solution, and I can soak that right up to the bottom. If I'm accurate in my mix, I can use every last drop if I remember what I started with. So now I'm only going to do halfway on the ring. So I leave some of the solution in the mop, I'll let it unwind, and then I want it to drop over itself. So all I have is the loose, or the tight ends creating a loop. There's no loose ends on this mop. Any spots that need extra attention, dirt, whatnot, you can use the force of the end of the mop within the strings to work. And I want to have about enough solution to do typically about a 4x8 area. And you can see I'm snow plowing, which means I'm going back and forth. And as opposed to this, where you might tend to leave dirt behind, snow plowing keeps the mop in the appropriate direction to pull it with you. Pick up all the dirt then. So now I'll go to the rinse bucket. Get all the excess water out, and I pick up some new solution. It should dry relatively quick. I don't like to see it wet, any longer than 20 minutes. If it is, then all you need to do is go over it with a dry rag and wipe up the excess. Then you can go against the grain to get up to the wall, but I like to go with the direction of the wood when I finish. For everything to fully dry, you should allow in your schedule a couple hours with no traffic after you've mopped. Just make sure everything's dry and the film that's left with the soak is intact. Another little note, as I'm preparing the mop with the solution and I wring it out halfway, rather than start walking now, I'm dropping that mop over itself before I leave the bucket. That minimizes the trail of drips across the floor. Thank you for joining us today. That concludes the session on maintaining your wood floor. For more information, go to www.floorguide.net. And remember, have a wood day. Oh, I forgot one thing. Come on over here. I'm going to show you something. If you do have any solution left, take an old Windex bottle or whatever you can find, a spray bottle, and put it in a spray bottle, your solution, and then label it. This one's oil refresher. And then for those little now and then spot cleanings, you'll have some on hand all the time just to do a quick wipe up. Again, wipe with the grain. Thank you.